It's probably late where you are right now. Maybe the room is quiet. Maybe everyone else is already asleep. And maybe you're the only one still awake, scrolling through something that doesn't even matter, just to avoid being alone with your own thoughts. If that's you, I think I already know what you're about to hear yourself say. Have you ever noticed the people who say, "I'm fine" the fastest are usually the ones who needed to be asked twice? I don't know what you're carrying right now. Maybe it's exhaustion, maybe it's fear, or maybe it's something quieter than that. The tiredness of pretending you're not tired at all. If that's you, stay with me for a minute. You don't have to fix your whole life tonight. You just have to make it through today. Some wounds don't bleed. They just teach you how to smile while you're hurting. Isn't it strange? We apologize for replying late. We apologize for making mistakes. We even apologize for needing rest. But somehow, we never apologize to our own hearts for how hard we've been on them. When was the last time you asked yourself, "Am I actually okay?" Not because someone else asked, but because you really wanted to know. The longest conversation you'll ever have is the one inside your own head. Be careful how you speak to yourself in there. Some people think being strong means carrying everything alone. I used to think that too, until I realized even the strongest bridges aren't built from a single piece. They're held together by support. So why do we keep expecting ourselves to stand without any? Maybe what you're holding isn't even yours anymore. Old regrets, old expectations, versions of yourself that don't exist anymore. And yet, you still won't put them down. You don't always need more strength. Sometimes you just need less weight. Maybe today wasn't productive. Maybe you didn't get through your list. Maybe all you did was survive it. That's allowed. Because not every victory looks like applause. Sometimes it looks like getting out of bed. Sometimes it's answering one message you'd been avoiding for days. Small steps still move you forward. They just don't make any noise. But even on the days you manage to survive, there's still that quiet voice in your head, the one that opens your phone and starts comparing everything you didn't do to everything someone else seems to have already done. Can I tell you something? I think we've all done it. Scrolling through our phones, looking at someone else's life, and quietly asking ourselves, why not me? Someone just bought their dream car. Someone got promoted. Someone built something out of nothing. And for a moment, it feels like you're the only one standing still. But let me ask you this. How many sleepless nights did they survive before you saw that one photo? How many times did they hear no before someone finally said yes? How many failures were never posted? Comparison begins where context disappears. The internet is a beautiful place, but it's also a place where people share the sunrise, not the storm they survived the night before. You see the victory. You don't see the years of uncertainty. You see the celebration. You don't see the sacrifice. You see success. You don't see the loneliness it cost. Some people didn't become strong because life was easy. They became strong because life left them no other choice. Think about it. Some of the people you admire today have lost someone they loved. Some were rejected more times than they could count. Some watched their dreams fall apart, only to build them again from nothing. The difference was never that they didn't fail. The difference was they kept showing up anyway. Failure isn't the opposite of success. Sometimes it's just the road that quietly leads there. So please, stop believing you're behind in life. You're not late, you're just reading someone else's chapter, without seeing the pages that came before it. Maybe today feels slow. Maybe you're still figuring things out. Maybe you're rebuilding one small, quiet step at a time. That doesn't make you weak. That makes you human. A slow step forward is still a step the person who gave up will never take. One day, someone will look at your life and think, I wish I had what they have. But they won't know how many nights you doubted yourself, how many times you almost walked away, how many silent battles you fought when nobody was watching. Because that's the thing about real strength. It's usually invisible. It grows in silence. It grows through disappointment. It grows every single time you decide to try again, even when no one's clapping for you. So stop comparing your beginning to someone else's destination. Your story has a different timeline. Your life isn't supposed to look like theirs. It's supposed to look like yours. And if you've been carrying something heavier than you've let anyone see, maybe tonight, just for a while, you can set it down. Because you don't have to carry this alone anymore. And one day, you won't be grateful that everything was easy. You'll be grateful that you never gave up. So, if you've made it this far, I want you to know, this wasn't just a video. This was me talking to you, like I would talk to myself on a hard night. If no one has told you today, you're doing better than you think you are. You're not behind. You're not too much. You're not broken beyond repair. You're just still in the middle of your own story. So take care of yourself tonight, okay? Please. Drink some water. Put your phone down for a while. Breathe. And if you ever feel like you're carrying this alone again, come back to this. I'll still be here.